Hey there, YouTube friends and family. Glock 17 Gen 3 RMR Trijicon upgraded, as you've seen probably for if you watched the first video, second video, as well as the Glock 19X. Just came back from the range. We kind of want to do a little wrap up on that comparison. I guess you'd call this part 3. It wasn't the best conditions. I'll start out by saying that. It was like wet snow, so it was like 1 degree Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Somewhere around 23, I think. Anyway, and the wind was blowing like right in our face. So, but it was good lessons learned, because here's what I learned about the RMR. Although it is an excellent optic, especially if you wore glasses, because RMR, I don't need these anymore. I don't need to focus on that front sight. Excellent optic, and we're going to put some of the video in there so you can see it actually shooting and how easy it is once you get used to where that sight is, the RMR, at least the optic, how easy it is once you pick up that red dot to kind of get on target and your successive follow-on shots. Here's a couple of the issues that I had with that. And I talked about it a little bit while I was there, but I don't know if we're going to show as much. But that's why I wanted to do like a wrap up. So on here I have a set of Warren Tactical sights front and back. You can see by the height of them that they do not co-witness. Okay, so in other words, the height of the RMR is above the rear sight. I can, however, pick up the front green dot off the front sight, and that's a funny story, and I'll talk about that in a couple minutes. But so it was very easy to pick up that sight, but I think I want the co-witness. So I think I'm going to get a set of sights that are just peeking into the RMR glass that I can co-witness with, and here's a couple of issues that I was having. So as the rain and that, or snow, wet snow was accumulating, it was hitting the glass and it was running down. So when I was looking through a couple times, and I'd punch out and I'd see that red dot, and then I would have like some moisture around it, so I would get like a reflection of the red dot, which is not good at all, because then I have 2 red dots, and 2 red dots is definitely not good. But it was easy enough to kind of bump up the brightness on the RMR, but then I'm not getting as precise a dot. You want that kind of small dot so you can see it really well. Okay, so my conclusion about shooting this is the Glock 19 with the sights, they're like Trijicon style. Very easy to acquire the target close range in inclement weather. The RMR, I'm still getting used to it, still kind of have to look for that red dot, and now I've got like droplets of moisture on the outside of my glasses and droplets of moisture on the inside of the glass on the RMR, just because of the way the wind's blowing in the snow. So I'm getting a little bit of kind of double image on the RMR when I put the red dot up, but still you can see the results. Okay, Beard Guy Guns and Gear, red dot versus iron sights. I mean, I still shoot this well, and I mean, I got 4 targets, or 4 bullets in like within an inch, and then 1 pull. But the other target I've got, I think I only had 4 rounds in it, so I think I have 3 rounds in maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then 1 pull on this, because I got a double image basically what I was trying to sight up, just because of the water droplets. So I guess inclement weather, I'd probably still go with the iron sights. But conditions perfect, dry, beautiful day, RMR. My next plan is to actually put a co-witness sight on this, so then I can have the best of both worlds. Because you can see right now, I can't see the sight height is below the RMR. So there we go. We're gonna have some more fun. And I think I still have my red dot on, speaking of that, but it's very dim. So anyway, It was a lot easier in inclement conditions to pick up the standard iron sights off the Glock 19X. And I threw the bigger backstrap on it kind of temporarily. I don't have the pin through it properly, but it kind of clips into place. And here's what I figured out, that just because of the size of my hands, and everybody's a little bit different, and the length of my fingers, I like that extra grip because I can get more of a purchase, more of the support hand tucked on there. So I think I'm going to do something with the grip of this, probably do a Talon set of grips on this, just to kind of puff them out a little bit and get a better purchase. Because in inclement weather, when it was really coming down, I was actually shooting the 19X better than I was shooting this with the RMR. Again, a lot of that was because of the moisture, but I did the sight in, and you should check out that video if you're putting a red dot on your pistol, how to do that. It's super easy. I know a lot of people are scared about sighting in their own optics and don't want to try it unless they have experience. This is super easy. Here's another issue that I noticed though. Because this Cerakote is like brand new and these were the first rounds out of it, there was a couple of times where it was like sticking. So I would fire one round and then it would just be just a little bit out of battery and it would just get stuck. It's better now that I've fired some rounds out of it, but it would just get stuck. So I just had to quickly like just tap the back and then I was able to shoot the next rounds. So anyway, that'll probably be better and better, or I could end up going with a new spring on the inside, just something a little bit more robust than the stock spring. It could be the added weight of the RMR and the plate, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll see if this is an issue, and I'll continue to monitor, and I'll let you guys know as far as how that works out for me. But the Glock 19, again, excellent pistol to shoot, really easy to get up on target. I'm so used to the sights. But the more that I shot the Glock 17, the better I was getting. I mean, I had a couple of, we were shooting like 1.5 inch circles from 5 meters, 10 meters, so on. And there was a couple of groupings where I thought like I missed target completely, and I actually had like 4 rounds or 3 rounds basically through the same hole. My son shot it. My son shot it like really well, you know, because he doesn't have bad habits to break. So he doesn't have that much experience shooting pistols. So he was able to get this up there and just like find the red dot and pow, pow, pow. I also had a friend out, this is kind of a funny side story, but I had a friend out who has never shot a Glock. And I'm like, well, you need to shoot a Glock. I mean, they're not for everybody, but I like them. So he's never shot a striker fire pistol. So I said, well, come out with me. And he did. And I said, okay, well, you shot the 19. You know, he's shot ones with iron sights before. I said, try the 17 with the RMR. So he's up there, and I said, you know, we have, you'll see it on the video, but, you know, there's multiple circles, and they all have different numbers. And I said, you know, it's number 7 hasn't been shot yet. Go ahead and shoot that one. So I'm watching the target, and I see him, you know, everything seems to be good. His grip is good. He's, you know, seems to be aiming out there, and he's like, you know, shooting rounds. And I'm looking at the target. I'm like, I don't see where the rounds are hitting. I don't see where the rounds are hitting. And he goes, yeah, he says, I don't know, I have a hard time picking up the green dot. I'm like, green dot? What are you talking about? There is a green dot that's visible, but it's the front sight. Okay, and as I said, it's not co-witness. So the actual red dot is like a solid 1/2 inch higher than the green dot. So there was no wonder that we weren't seeing anything as far as his rounds hitting the paper, because he was basically lining up, and the green dot, I mean, against a black background, that's all I can see is the green dot. So this needs to be remedied. I need to make this co-witness. It's going to be a lot easier to shoot, but this was a blast, an absolute blast. I love the RMR on it. I do want to change the grips a little bit, like I said, just to get that better purchase on it. The 19X with the removable back straps, and I put that huge one with the dovetail, and I mean, it just shoots so good. And now I'm kind of wondering if it's the grooves, but anyway, I always like the finger grooves, but maybe I shoot better without them. Who knows? Anyway, that's my video. You should check those out. It was pretty crappy weather, but we did have a good time shooting regardless. You gotta kind of push through it sometimes and just brave it on. And the adjustment of this RMR was, I mean, it's just so easy. check that video out if you're in the market and if you're looking for an RMR and you're putting one on your pistol. Check the Cerakote again when it comes back from the gunsmith. If you get that done, you might have some issues on the initial couple of rounds cycling. I'm not going to do anything with it yet. I'm going to get some more rounds through it and see if it breaks in. It should, right? As it cycles, it's going to take that Cerakote on where it's making heavy contact. Anyway, I'll let you guys know. Thanks a lot for watching. The response has been great. I've had some really good comments, especially some of my other videos talking about optics for the Bergara B14 that I bought. There's so many good options out right now. I know that people have mentioned Arkin scopes are fantastic. I've been looking a little bit at the Riton as well. Vortex is certainly appealing as far as the guarantee, which is lifetime transferable. That's really hard to beat, although I do like something that's made in North America. Leopold, there are some quasi-affordable options, but bang for the buck, I think you're going to get more of a package if you go with another company. Leopold is expensive, but I'm going to check it out. And that's what we got today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Keep watching. Click that like. Please subscribe. It's helping me out. And I love the comments, even some of the quasi-negative ones. I still appreciate that. People, you know, we're talking about things and I'm expressing my opinion. And people have other opinions as well. Believe me when I say that I'm not trying to anger anybody because my opinion is different than one you might hold. Everybody has it. Listen, there's people that are going to look at this and say this is ugly and it's a piece of crap Glock. I love it. I think it's awesome and I think it's sexy. You might not agree and that's okay. That's why there's more than one firearm available. So click, like, subscribe, and keep on watching. I'm the guy with beard, guns, and gear, and we'll talk to you at another time.